Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 139. A little bit after midnight on Thursday morning, and I am still on my way to our next casino. It's raining again. Dark, rainy, slippery. Traffic is actually kind of heavy. 69 degrees right now. And we are continuing on here. We're going to go to a casino we were not planning on visiting today, take a few laps in there, see if we can make some money, and maybe add it to our portfolio of places that we would possibly go if we're ever in this area. Now, this area is way out of the way. Normally would not come here, but there's something going on here, and I'm coming to pick up some money, basically. So, yesterday, last night, a few minutes ago, whatever, was a decent day. We played more blackjack than we have in months, probably since I was in Vegas, probably earlier than that even. And we did well. We had 3 winning sessions, so I felt good about that. And I'd love to build on that today. So right now, I'm just going to continue on to our next stop, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back and made it to the next place. A couple 100 miles, right? Next place is close to the place I'm actually trying to get to. Thought I'd stop here first. And actually, I was here one other time, and they have changed a lot of stuff, reduced a lot of the profitability, and they got a lot more people walking around, checking to make sure everything's okay and all that kind of stuff. But you also have like a ton more people, Asians mainly. They're playing a little bit of baccarat, they're checking machines, going back to the baccarat tables. So although they're limiting the number of machines that they have now, there's still a decent number. There really is. I mean, you can live off of it. You can just sit here all day, easily make $500 a day probably. But you're gonna have to compete with a lot of people. So maybe not. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't make $500 a day. But anyway, ended up just playing a few things. Not really finding much to play, and ended up breaking about even. Actually ended the session ahead $4, so nothing really. So right now I'm going to go sit in the car for a few minutes, take a breath, and then we'll continue on to the next place, which is actually not very far away. So we'll finally be to our destination. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. I don't know what I'm getting myself into here. The road next to the casino, one of the roads is closed because of flooding. And am I going to the casino this way? It looks like I'm supposed to be. Really weird road. But then the sign outside the driveway here, everything is turned off. So it looks like there's no power, and looks like the street lights, not the street lights, but the traffic lights are turned off as well. So, well, yeah, we'll see what kind of power this casino has. And this is actually a big deal because what I need to do is time sensitive, and I need to be at the next place in like an hour and a half tops. So hopefully everything is cool here. I can go in, make a few bucks, and then we'll get out of here and head to our actual destination here. But from what I'm seeing, now I'm seeing some stuff is turned on. So it might be okay. There might be emergency power in there. Hopefully things are functioning and we can make some money. I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. I was in there for probably a whole 15 minutes. There was nothing in there. Nothing going on. Oh, there was some scummy looking people in there. there were some Asian people checking machines in there, and that was pretty much it. Casino's pretty run down. Even the high limit has like 50% old machines, man. It's terrible. Like old, like 3 real short machines that sit on a table. I mean, terrible. So, all right, well, we tried, but let's go ahead and head to our actual destination, and should make some money in there. And goal is to make, I don't know, 600 to 800 would be nice. So that's what we're gonna try to do, and I'll come back and update you. All right, guys, I am back. So I'm gonna take a break here, probably take a nap for a little while, and then head back in again. Right now I'm up $267. Hopefully we can get another 300 or 400. That would be nice. Really not a lot of games going on right now, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to take a little bit of a break here, rest, and that way I'm fresh for the morning. Work starts in about 4 hours, so got to get everything taken care of, get out of here, get on the road so I'm available for stuff for work. So that's what's going on right now. I'll be back to update you. All right, good morning, everybody. It is 6:13. Got a little nap. Went back in, played a little bit more, and I'm feeling pretty good. Actually, the sun is already out, and I am ready to go. Now, one thing I was just thinking is, I'm so close to so many good areas now, but they're like another 3 or 4 hours further, and I can't do that. I mean, that's way too long. I would never get home tonight. So, unfortunately, I can't go even further at this point. I have to start heading back toward home. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Just a little update about what happened in there. Went in there and had an early session plus 267, and then had another session plus 379, and really that's right around where I thought I would be, between 600 and 800, and that would be like what, 646. So not terrible. So at this point we're gonna head back to the second casino we were at yesterday. We're going to skip over some of the other ones. They're not too far from here, but there's no way any traffic has gone through them. They're kind of smaller, older type casinos, and I don't think anything would have happened that would give us any kind of profitability that would be helpful. So right now so it's gonna take a little while to get there. It's gonna be about 3 hours and 15 minutes to get back to that casino, and I don't even think I'm going to find anything there, but that's about the halfway point of where we're going. So we're going to stop there, we're going to rest, probably have some breakfast around 9:30, probably get some fuel. Let me see, fuel wise, yeah, we'll have to get some fuel on the way there. We made it pretty far, I mean, absolutely. So we'll have to fill up in the next hour, and then we'll continue on to there. Possibility of playing blackjack. Hopefully I can play some blackjack there. So yesterday it was not enough tables, so the tables that were there were really busy, and I'm worried that this morning there may not be enough tables open, but this is going to be my best chance to actually find a game, because if it's open, hopefully there aren't going to be a lot of customers in there. Obviously that puts you in the spotlight a little bit more, but you know, we're not spreading 1 to 50 or anything, so hopefully we're under the radar long enough to make some money and get out of there. Plus I do cover my license plate there too, so even if they told me to leave, I know this place has used certain connections they're not supposed to use to get people's names, and that's not going to happen with me, so hopefully. yeah, so let's start with that right now. Let's head back to that casino, and it's going to be a long drive. Right now it's 69 degrees outside, a few birds singing, flying around. It's like the kind of sky like after a big rain, where it's kind of like a few clouds scattered here and there, and you could tell that there was some damage done last night, but it's all over now. Everything is calm. There's no wind. That's what I'm seeing in the sky right now. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. Been on the road for a little while here. Got 130 more miles to go until we get to our destination. And I got some decent sleep. It wasn't great, maybe like hour and 20 minutes, maybe hour 30 minutes, on and off. The problem was the humidity, and I had to keep waking up and let the air conditioning run for a minute, and then I was able to get like 20-30 minutes sleep at a time. So yeah, I mean, not bad. I mean, you save the money for a hotel room, and what's the point of paying for a hotel if you're only going to sleep for an hour anyway? So right now, just continuing on. Traffic is actually getting lighter now. We're away from the big city areas, so hopefully everything continues to be good. Weather is good, dry. So yeah, that's what's happening. I'll be back. All right, guys, we made it. We are just walking into this casino. I did put the license plate cover on, and we're walking in right now. Hopefully we can get some blackjack in right now. So that's the goal. Let's get in there, get some blackjack time in, get some slots in, and I'll be back to report to you. All right, guys, I am back, and just leaving this place. I actually found a more efficient way to remove the license plate once I leave this place, so that'll save me a couple minutes every time. But they had one blackjack table open, 8 deck, with 2 players already on it. I really didn't feel like sitting there for a whole day for a couple $100, so decided to leave that alone. Checked out the machines. There were more staff there watching people to make sure that, well, I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking that because I'm doing it, but to make sure that you're not checking machines. I feel like I've heard of a lot of people getting kicked out of here lately, but there was more staff than there were customers in there at this point. But I did find a couple plays and ended up leaving ahead $141, so plus $141. And we're going to move on here. We have another, I believe, couple hour drive to our next stop, maybe 2 hours and a little bit. So we're going to do that next. We have our laptop next to us. I may have a meeting I might have to join. Not sure if it's going to be canceled or not for today quite yet, but if I have to, I'll pull over and do that. So right now, 78 degrees, a little bit after 10 o'clock, and we are moving on. I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back, and really not much happening. I did have one session at the tables and ended ahead slightly, just slightly, $142. That's about it. Saw a lot of the guys from yesterday, saw the shift that was here when I got here yesterday morning, all that kind of stuff. And I confronted the pit boss. You know, this guy was like the only guy that I really trusted, and he acted like I could trust him. And I just walked up to him. I said, "Hey, what the heck happened yesterday?" He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "See, so he doesn't know what else I played yesterday because no one else put me in." So I told him that I lost every session except for the one that he had, because I know for sure it was his session, because his was the one where I won 300. So I said, I lost every session except the one that you were at, and for some reason it shows that I made a profit yesterday of 300, which is what I made at your table. "Oh no, that wasn't me, I swear." And he's swearing up and down. "I promise you I would never do that to you." He's like, "I even assigned that $500 chip I gave you to somebody else." I'm like, "Well, I'm kind of believing the guy, but I don't think I can really trust him going forward. So, I mean, maybe I could give it one more shot. Could have been someone over his shoulder putting me in, but he claims that it couldn't have been somebody else. He kind of makes it worse on himself because he claims that he was in charge of that area and no one else would have put me in. So that leaves me with the other two sessions. One of them, I won 200, but I made it look like 50. 50 and 300 are very different numbers. And the other one, I won 1350. That's a totally different number than 300. It's not like, you typed in a 2 instead of a 1, or put in an extra 0, or, made it 303 instead of 300. Or it's nothing like that. It was the exact amount when he was at the table. So, I don't know. I guess time will tell. Maybe we'll give it one more try with him and see what happens, but I don't know. I don't really need to. All right. Right now, I think I'm going to head toward home, and we'll see what comes up between here and there. I will need to stop and get some food at some point. It's already afternoon. I'm good on fuel till I get home, no problem. And actually, for tomorrow's trip, I can actually get most of the trip to the casino with the fuel I have. So, is that right? Let me think here. Yeah, I can get halfway tomorrow. So, I'm doing just fine on fuel. Let's head out of here and let's find something to eat, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. So, continuing toward home right now, and I was just thinking about what happened over the last 2 days and all that kind of stuff. And I got a call from my son, and my son said, "Dad, we were at Dollar Tree, the dollar store, and they had 2 cases of the new Pokemon cards." I said, "Well, how much were they?" He said, $5 a pack. I said, "Did you get them all?" He said, "I only had $20. I could only get 4 of them." So, I put in my GPS, and I am heading to that Dollar Tree before I go home, and whatever's left, I'm going to buy them all. So, that will be good. What else did I want to tell you about? I can't remember right now. Yeah, some new stuff came out that's hindering us, but I can't really expand on that right now. We could do some segments. What did you eat today, MW? Actually, a little while ago, I stopped at Wendy's. I probably went a little overboard. I had a double cheeseburger, Dave's Double, and instead of fries, I had chili. It was pretty good. I give it like at least an 8, a 9. Let's call it a 9 on a scale of 2 through ace. And what did you tip today, MW? Got a little bit of table time in, a little bit of slot time in, lots of travel, and I tipped a total of $0. And what did you learn today, MW? We're still trying to get the timing right, but I think maybe next week on Wednesday I'll probably stay home a little bit longer, sleep in a little bit, and leave a little bit later, and that way it'll be better for me. I'll be less tired overnight. But we did get a little bit of sleep, but about an hour and a half or so. But if we had left home like not 4, maybe 3 hours later, things could have been a lot more comfortable. But quite a journey. It's going to be almost 1,100 miles total over 2 days, and we made about 3,000, I think. So over to, maybe it was, I don't know. Yeah, I guess something like that. So anyway, it's all good, and we'll pick up on things tomorrow, which is Friday. For now, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.